The 1.6 update introduced many new features and content, along with a couple of balance changes to the gameplay and drop rate of resources. Here are 10 tips to quickly farm the most important resources, including how you can leverage new items in the 1.6 update to do so. Coal is one of the most important resources in the game, and is needed for smelting ores into bars or smoking your fish to sell for double the gold. To get more coal, spray some monster musk and head to levels 41 to 79 of the mines. Equip the Burglar's Ring, which can be obtained from the Adventurers Guild after killing 500 dust sprites from the mines, and monsters will drop twice as much loot on average. Kill all the dust sprites you see as they'll have a chance to drop coal. Another way that I find really effective is going into Skull Cavern on a good luck day and look for mine carts or bags in the mummy levels. Bring along a bunch of bombs, as coal does occasionally drop from rocks. In the 1.6 update, coal nodes can now appear in the quarry, and quarry production now increases yearly, so be sure to check out the quarry from time to time for more coal. Moss is a new item introduced in the 1.6 update and is used to craft items like deluxe bait, challenge bait, treasure totems, or speed grow. During the Green Rain event, green rain trees and weeds will spawn in large quantities across the valley, but will disappear the next day. Almost every tree in the valley will be covered with moss, and you can use your scythe or axe to harvest large amounts of moss from these trees and from cutting the weeds. Green rain occurs randomly once each summer and is only possible on the following dates. Because you never know when it could happen, try not to upgrade your axe in summer until the green rain occurs, because you wouldn't want to be stuck without your axe when it does. Omni Geodes contain minerals, artifacts, ores, or basic resources, and are important for completing the museum collection. If you have the Treasure Appraisal Guidebook power in the 1.6 update, it could also be a good source of gold since the sell price of your artifacts will be tripled. Omni Geodes can be easily obtained by killing carbon ghosts on the mummy levels in Skull Cavern, and you can attract even more by spraying some monster musk before heading in. Be sure to equip the Burglar's Ring to get double loot drops from monsters. If you have the Foraging Mastery, you can also use the Treasure Totem on Ginger Island to obtain more Omni Geodes, as 16 artifact spots will spawn in a circle around you each time you use it. Always replant your tree seeds after chopping them down. Wood is one of the resources you'll always need, whether for crafting kegs, tappers, upgrading your house, or building barns and coops for your animals. To ensure you'll have an endless supply of wood, always replant your seeds after chopping down the trees. I like to use the area near the spa beside the train tracks to plant my seeds. If you've unlocked the desert, you can plant them there as well, and the trees will grow in any season including winter. Besides wood, you'll also want to replant any mahogany seeds obtained so that you can get more hardwood, which has multiple uses including to build your horse stable or for oil machines to turn truffles into valuable truffle oil. You can also kill slimes in the secret woods to get more mahogany seeds to replant. In the 1.6 update, the shaving enchantment on the axe now causes tree-specific drops, meaning chopping mahogany trees now gives more hardwood, in addition to normal trees dropping more wood. In the 1.6 update, the drop rate of Prismatic Shards have decreased to 3.5%. However, they can now be obtained from mystery boxes and golden mystery boxes. It can also be purchased from Emily at the new Desert Festival that takes place every year in the desert on Spring 15th, 16th, and 17th once the bus is repaired. My favorite way to obtain Prismatic Shards is still in the Skull Cavern, despite the lower drop rate. Trade jade for staircases at the Desert Trader on Sundays, and bring along a bunch of bombs to get down to the lower levels of Skull Cavern quickly on a good luck day. The lower you go in the Skull Cavern, the more iridium nodes you'll come across. Bomb all the iridium nodes you see for a good chance to obtain multiple prismatic shards in a single mining run. Get the Stingray Fish Pond as soon as possible, as it has a chance to produce Cinder Shard, Dragon Teeth, and Battery Packs. Cinder Shards are needed for all upgrades at the Forge, from enchanting your tools and weapons to combining rings and forging your weapons with galaxy souls and gems. You need 10 dragon teeth to craft the island obelisk and another 5 to trade for banana sapling at the island trader for 10 bananas, which are also used for the island obelisk. Battery packs are also needed in multiple important recipes, including iridium sprinklers and crystallariums. To obtain more cinder shards and dragon teeth, head into the volcano dungeon and kill as many magma monsters as you can. Dragon teeth are harder to obtain as there's only a slight chance to find them within the skeletal remains of a dragon or by killing a lava lurk. Battery packs can be obtained by making as many lightning rods as early on as possible so that you can collect battery packs whenever there's a storm. Golden coconuts have a chance to produce fossilized skull, which is needed to complete the Ginger Island field office quest to get 6 golden walnuts. It is also one of the very few ways to obtain banana sapling, which allows you to grow a banana tree. You'll need 10 bananas to build the island obelisk, so you'll definitely want to get your hands on a banana sapling as quickly as possible to travel to Ginger Island quicker. You can get more golden coconuts by digging artifact spots on Ginger Island, or by trading 10 coconuts for 1 at the island trader. Coconuts are relatively easy to obtain, either by foraging at the desert, chopping down trees there, or on Ginger Island. One of the best ways to make money in this game is to put your high-value crops like star fruit or ancient fruit into kegs to make wine that sell for an insane amount of gold with the artisan profession. In order to turn your house into a keg factory, you'll need a bunch of oak resin to craft kegs. You'll want to tap as many oak trees as you can early on in the game, so that they start producing oak resin every 7 days. You can also purchase the heavy tapper recipe from C's Walnut Room for 20 gems, which will allow your oak trees to produce resin every 3 days, twice as fast as a normal tapper. You probably already know this by now, but copper, iron, and gold ores are essential to most crafting recipes in the game. To get more of these ores, you can exit and re-enter the mines at levels 20, 40, and 80, where copper, iron, and gold ores start to spawn. Go on good luck days for a higher chance to encounter more ore veins. If you have the mining mastery unlocked, craft the statue of the Dwarf King, which will grant you unique mining related powers every day, including a chance to get +1 ore when mining nodes. The last tip is to stock up on materials needed to build the obelisk early on. Obelisks are some of the most useful things which help you get around Stardew Valley as quickly as possible, whether you're off to the mountains to look for Robin or mine some ores, or headed to the desert and Ginger Island. It is relatively easy to obtain these obelisks, but be sure to stock up on all the necessary materials in the early game so that you can build your obelisk once you have sufficient gold. The required materials are pretty accessible all around the valley, and you won't need to intentionally go looking for them, given they aren't that rare. I like to keep at least 10 of the following materials to ensure I have enough to build my obelisks anytime. For the earth obelisk, you'll need earth crystals and iridium bar, which you can obtain from mining runs in the local mines or Skull Cavern. For the water obelisk, you'll need to forage at the beach for clams and corals. For the desert obelisk, you can get cactus fruit and coconuts from the desert, and Ginger Island also has coconut trees that you can chop. The island obelisk is a little harder to obtain since you'll need 10 dragon teeth and bananas, which can be obtained using the methods explained previously in this video. And those are my tips for farming important resources in Stardew Valley quickly. If you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and let me know in the comments if you have other tips to obtain resources easily.